The Potato Chip Champ, Discovering Why Kindness Counts, written by Maria Dismondy and illustrated by Dawn Beacon. Champ loved potato chips. He ate them on his sandwiches. He crumbled them over his mac and cheese. He mixed them together with ice cream. Champ even dipped chocolate-covered potato chips in ranch dressing. If only his parents would let him eat them all the time. There was only one thing Champ liked more than eating potato chips, and that was playing baseball. He was a good player and he knew it. Everything would have been perfect, except that Walter was on the team. Walter Norbert Whipplemore, to be exact. He was always late for practice. His shoes were dirty, he rode an old broken-down bike, and his name was too long to fit on his jersey. Walter was different, but the players on the team all liked him, except for Champ, who had a hard time figuring out why. Champ was shocked when he heard Coach announce the unusual fundraiser one day at practice. Champ knew he had to be the winner because the grand prize was a truckload of potato chips. All he had to do was sell the most boxes of chips to win. Champ noticed Walter was getting more hits than anyone else at practice that day. Everyone but Champ cheered for Walter. Champ rolled his eyes and groaned. After Walter left, Champ met up with Tommy, the catcher. "Did you see how rusty Walter's bike is?" he sneered. Tommy barked back, "You just don't like him because he plays better than you, and he has more friends, too." At school,
So we're right here in the beginning of the story. Who can tell me what kind of person do you think Champ is? Carly, what kind of person do you think Champ is?
I think he is a picky person.
Okay, maybe picky. Does anybody else have another way to describe him? What kind of person is Champ? Jadine?
He didn't really know anyone, so he probably, I don't know.
Well, why would you say he doesn't know anybody? He plays on the team. He's talking to the people on the team. He knows people.
Yeah, he does.
Kaylee, what kind of person would you say Champ is?
He just doesn't have any friends and he's jealous of Walter.
Okay, so maybe we could say he's jealous of Walter. Messiah?
He's a bully.
Okay, maybe a bully. Christopher? What would you say, Christopher? What kind of person is Champ? Oh, Kaylee said yours? Okay. Well, let's see the rest of the story. We'll see if Champ is the same or if he changes.
the boys talked about the fundraiser. "I sold 5 boxes at karate," cheered Tommy. "I sold 10 boxes," lied Champ. "Hey, Walter, you like chips too. How are you doing?" asked Tommy. "I'm doing okay. I don't have as much time to sell the chips because I have a paper route," Walter added. Answering with a mouthful of dill pickled potato chips, Champ mumbled, "Well, I plan on winning. They call me Champ for a reason." When Champ broke his leg sliding into home plate, he was devastated. He couldn't play ball for the rest of the season and would miss playing in the big game. Champ was so bored. He really missed playing baseball and seeing his friends. He started making up games by nibbling on his chips and making letters out of them. Just as he was making the letter C out of a barbecued chip, there was a knock at the door. Champ peeked out the window. "Oh, it's Walter," he sighed. Walter was shivering from the cold rain. "Hi, Champ. I brought over some cards. I heard you like to play," said Walter. "Sure, if you really want to," Champ answered, wishing anyone but Walter had come over. "Hey, why did you ride your bike here?" Champ asked. "Oh, it's just me and my mom. We either take the bus or I have to ride my bike." Champ couldn't believe what he was hearing. Walter was the only kid he knew whose mom didn't have a car. He thought about how hard that would be to have to ride your bike everywhere. It was the night of the championship game, and Walter made the winning hit. Champ wasn't sure which was worse, sitting on the bench or finding out his dream of winning the truckload of potato chips was over. They announced over the loudspeaker that the winner was Walter Norbert Whipplemore. Champ moped around school the next couple of days. Even his favorite tomato-flavored chips didn't cheer him up. Could anyone love chips as much as he did? Champ still wondered why the prize went to someone like Walter and not him. Walter Norbert Whipplemore. He had a name longer than the Mississippi River, and it didn't bother him at all. When Champ got home from school on Friday, there was a huge truck parked in his driveway. Unloading box after box of chips were Coach and Walter. "What are you doing?" asked Champ. "I am giving you all the chips," Walter smiled. "Thanks, but—" Before Champ could finish, Walter spoke. "Look, I'm crazy about chips too, but you couldn't play ball, and it's hard to sell boxes of chips with a broken leg. I know what it's like to really want something. I want you to have the chips." But I don't deserve them," Champ stuttered. Right then, Champ looked around his garage and saw a brand new bike, 2 skateboards, a scooter, and fancy rollerblades. How come he didn't see it before? He felt a tightening in his chest. Champ had so much. Why did he always want more? Standing there in front of Walter was really hard. Walter didn't have anything but an old, rusty bike. "All right, we can split them, but I am not leaving here with all these chips," laughed Walter. "Deal," answered Champ. "You know, Walter, you're the one they should call Champ. Because being a champ isn't about having the nicest things, it's all about who you are. No wonder you have so many friends." The boys shook hands, and that marked the beginning of a new friendship. The end.
All right, we can go ahead and turn our cameras back on. So like I said, on the assignment, you can find the link to the video in case it was tough for you to hear, or in case it was like lagging for you or anything like that. You could also watch it again, but we're gonna go ahead and on the assignment Potato Chip Champ, it has these slides here. This character traits Champ. So we're gonna focus on the character Champ story. Just like when we talked about Coraline the other day, it has different slides for the different things we need to pay attention to. Remember, character traits have nothing to do with what a character looks like. So whether they're tall or short, whether they have long hair, short hair, whether they're bald, it doesn't matter what color pants or shirts that they wear. It's about what kind of person they are. And the feelings, their actions, what they say, and their thoughts help us to prove what kind of person they are. If we try to say a person is brave, but then every time something scary happens, they just run away, can we really say that that person is a brave person? Would a brave person always run away when something scary happens? No. If we say that someone is a hard worker, that they never give up, but then they get a really tough math test and they just go, "Oh, I don't know, I'm just gonna guess." Are they a hard worker? No. We have to have proof from the story to show what kind of person they are. So I want you to use the story we just heard. We're going to look at the character Champ, and we're going to fill out the different slides. What are some of his feelings that we saw in the story? What are some of the things he did in the story? What are some of the things he said in the story? And what were some of the thoughts that he had? The last slide, we're going to look at how did he change? Because Champ was not the same character at the beginning of the book and the end of the book. So we're gonna write down. Oh.
Distracted.
What, Nakai?
Sorry, my camera's off. I didn't know.
Okay. On slide 6, we're going to use the beginning, the middle, and the end of the book to show how he was different, how he changed. So we'll write down what was he like in the beginning, what was he like in the middle, and what was he like in the end. So these ones we are doing on our own. You can use that video and watch it again in case you forgot what was it that he did or what did he say again. You can watch the video again and use it to help you fill out the different slides. But I want you to go ahead and start filling out those slides now.